This is Amud Yomi Gemara Shabbos Daf Lamed Dalid Amud Beis, and we're holding on the bottom of Lamed Dalid Amud Aleph, 3 lines from the bottom at the 2 dots. V'Amar Rava teaches Rava what is the reason? We're getting into the world of hatamana. You're not allowed to do hatamana, which means to fully insulate, immerse something into a davar she'einai ma'asev hevel, an item which does not increase heat. Mishech hashecha, once it is dark. Once it is dark on Shabbos, you're not even allowed to take your pot and wrap it in a towel. It doesn't increase heat. It's a simple towel. It's still, you're not allowed to. Why? Gezirat din derabanan shema yartiach. Maybe you're going to come to put the pot to boil on Shabbos, violating Hilchos Shabbos. Therefore, we don't even allow you to do atmana, to fully immerse something in a davar she'einai ma'asev hevel. Amalei Abai Yachim ben Hashmashas nami neigzor shvias even ben Hashmashas. Amalei stam kedira is roisichnei mastan pot during ben Hashmashas is roiteach, is boiling, and therefore we do not have to be concerned on during Bein HaShemashos, meaning it's a very balabatish, a practical gezerah. The gezerahs are going to come to boil it. If the pots at that time are generally out, we don't have to be worried. V'amar Rava, and teaches Rava as we turn over to Lamadalim and Beis. What is the reasoning? That you're not allowed to do atman on something that increases heat. An incredible idea, those who the first time they hear it, that there's something else on Friday. What do you mean? It's not Shabbos. On Friday, you're not allowed to do atamana, you're not allowed to insulate, you're not allowed to fully submerge, subsume, cover up hot with something that is a ma'asev hevel, something that increases heat, because you might come to immerse it with an ashes that has coals in it, and therefore you're going to, and that's why it's also. What's the problem? V'yatmin, so put it inside the ash with coals. What did he do wrong? It's Friday. Because then we're worried that Shabbos is going to come and you're going to stoke the coals. So why is this not a gzeira like gzeira? Okay, classical kasha. Says Ramesha Feinstein, Hilchos Shabbos, don't ask that question or else you can have a hard time, as gzeira like gzeiras are all over the place. But either way, you cannot do atmanah b'davar ha'ma'asev hevel on Friday. Why? Because you're going to come to Machate, those gacholim on Shabbos. Continues the Gemara, the 2 dots, 4 lines down, Lamdalim Beis, Tanu, Rabbanan. Bein Hashmashas is safik min hayom min halayla. Bein Hashmashas is safik day or night. Safik kula min hayom might be entirely day. Safik kula min halayla. Matilim l'sal l'chayim b'shnei yomim. It gets the chumrah of both days. Says the Gemara. Ve'zeu bein Hashmashas. Mishetishke achama. Once you have shkia, calls man shavnei merich mizrach ma'adimin. As long as the sun is the sky is red. Hilchsev atachtoin. When the bottom is dark, v'leichsev elyon, the top is not dark. Bein Hashmashas. Hilchsev elyon, when the top becomes dark, and it equals out the color top and bottom of the sky. So the first opinion of Rabbi Yehuda is a little bit difficult. That's due to the color of the sky. Comes like Rabbi Nechemia. It says Rabbi Nechemia, the amount of time in Hashmashas is to walk chatzi mil, half of a mil once it becomes after Shkia, which again, a mil is usually assumed to be 18 minutes. Half of a mil would be something like 9 minutes. This is where the simple shita comes from of the gain. 12 minutes be'erech is going to be your chatzi mil, as a mil might be 24 minutes, etc. Rav Yesi Aimer, Bein Hashmashas Kerefayim. Bein Hashmashas is a split second. Sun sets, becomes nacht. We have shalom love, we don't know when it is. Amar Mar says Mar, smack in middle of Lamedalid Amud Beis, teaches the Gemara a little bit deeper about Bein Hashmashas. Says the Gemara, first one in line is V'Efshar. Matilin Ratzal L'Chaymer Shnayam, and it gives the chumras of both times. The Mayel Chasa Amar Avun B'Redivisho Linian Tama Kiddit Tanan, as we learned in a Mishnah. Rosh Niyam Bein Hashmashas. If someone sees an emission, whether we're talking about Keri, whether we're talking about Zava, and he see it when Bein Hashmashas, 2 days during Bein Hashmashas, Safik L'Tam L'Karban. It's a din of Safik Toma, because it might be 3 days for a carbon. Safik Toma, it's a din of Safik Toma. So again, the fact that Bein Hashmashas might be day and might be night is going to have a tremendous relevance 4 hilchos tuma v'taira. Says the Gemara, 1 second. Agufa kasha. What you just said implodes. Amrit, first he said, is ben hashmas v'shishachama kol nam sheni mizrach ma'arim v'achsav v'tachtav v'achsav al-yain laila v'adar tanich sav v'tachtav v'achsav al-yain ben hashmashais astir and diukim. First you told me that when is ben hashmashas, once the sun sets, as long as it's not red. Once it turns red, so that means it's not bin hashmashes. But then you told me that it has to be the full sky. Answers the Gemara, Amar Rabba, Yehuda, Amar Shmuel, Kuruch V'tani. Put the two parts of the brisa together and learn. Ezehu bin hashmashes, mishatishra chama. Once the sun sets, and even when, that's what you have to add in, and even the bottom is dark, that's going to be Laila of Rav Yisam Rav Yudam Shmuel. Hachik another way of answering up the Mishnah. Kol zman shebenei mizrach ma'adim yoim. Laila. Now says the Gemara, the two opinions, Rabban and Rav Yosef, one is Ben Hashmashais. Let's make this all one big Lishi Tasai. 10 lines from the bottom. The first one line is Laila, says the Gemara, V'azdulutei. What we just said is all Lishi Tasai. The Itmar. Shir Ben Hashmashais Bekama. What is the Shir Ben Hashmashais? Amar Rabban Rav Yudam Shmuel, Shleisha Chalki Mil, 3 parts of a mill, excuse me. My shloisha chalki mil. What does that mean, 3 parts of a mill? If you mean 3 half mills, which is 1.5 mil in English, so just talk English, say 1.5. Elatzla, say milzi, tilsi mila. Must be 3/3 of a mill. 3/3 is Nemo mills. That's 1 mill. So what's going on over here? Ella says we know it means 3 parts. Tlasa rive mila, 3/4 of a mill. That's Rav Yudam Rav Amar Shmuel. Rav Yosef Amar Rav Yudam Shmuel, Shnei Chalki Mil, 2 parts of a mill. The same kasha, my Shnei Chalki Mil. Each of a Palki Mil, 2 halves, Lema Mil. Vela Trei Riva Mil, if it's 2/4, Lema Chatzi Mil. Ella, you know what he means as we turn over to Lamadei Amid Aleph. Trei Tzilasi Mil, 2/3 of a mill. So those are the 2 shitais of Rabbam and Rav Yosef. Again, the first shita was Rabba Amar Rav Yudam Shmuel. Second shita was Rav Yosef Amar Rav Yudam Shmuel. Rabba said 3/4. Rav Yosef said 2/3. A 12th of a mill. If you do the math, half of a 6 is a 12th. That's going to be the chaluk between Rabba and Rav Yosef, and that's going to be the Lishitasai, the 2 opinions that we quoted on learning up the Brisa. We'll pick it up in the top of Amrei Amin Aleph, B'siyata Dishmaya.